Alright, Richard here with another SEO video. Not going to be a quick one, I'm afraid. I haven't done a video for a while, so I'm going to do a big one. In this video, I'm going to have a bit of a look at the SEO strategies of Just Eat, Hometogo and Idealo, all big websites in the UK. Now, these websites have all got very different niches. They're all very different websites in terms of their target market, but they're not different in the way they have to overcome SEO problems. They're all very big websites, so they've got to try and get the link juice to just their important pages. They're all trying to be number one. Yeah, they're all big hitting. They're all trying to rise to the top of the pack. They've all got duplicate content problems. They're either content aggregators, they're publishing all the details about different hotels or all the different deals, or they've got all of these different restaurants that are all listing everywhere, and they've all got their menus everywhere. So they've all got to find some way to deal with duplicate content. Yep. So they're all very very similar in the challenges they have to face. I'm only looking at those things: links, link juice funneling, duplicate content. Also going to have a bit of a look at user experience. I'm not interested in the on-page SEO factors. Well, it's not that I'm not interested, okay, but I'm just not going to talk about it in this video. It's not relevant to what I'm looking at. I'm also not going to have a look at how fast the websites are. Look, if one's really slow, I'll probably go, oh, it's a bit slow. But apart from that, I'm not super interested in how fast the websites are. I know it's important, but we're not going to address that today. All right, so let's get into it. Alright, I generally start my analysis with Ahrefs. Good website, gives me lots of information on lots of different metrics. First of all, today I'm looking at backlinks because we're doing a backlink analysis. So, number of referring domains, that's what I'm interested in. This number, not so interested. Probably lots of sites have got a link in the footer, that's why that number's so big. I'm only interested in this number, and that's still a sizable number. 1.4 thousand links. If you've got that many links pointing to your country-specific site, you're having a good time because your rankings are going to be solid. Hometogo, not quite so many, in fact not nearly as many, but that's alright. They're a much newer site and they haven't really pulled the trigger on their link building campaign. That's about to kick off, I would hazard a guess to say. Hometogo did a big fundraising and they got more money in last year, and they're in the process of getting ready to go with a new campaign, so don't worry about this low number. That's going to go up very fast very soon. Okay, Just Eat, 7.9 thousand links, so that's a ton of links. Now, that's expected. It's expected for two reasons. One, they've been around for a long time, okay, so they gather a lot of links. Actually, three reasons. Two, they've got a really good SEO team who are doing link building. And three, because of the platform type, which is food delivery, all of these platforms all around the world, they all ask for links from their restaurants. So that's another way that they can get links that these guys aren't able to get links from. All right, let's have a look at organic search, how that's been going in the last few months. All right, so Hometogo. Okay, so you can see that they've had a bit of a burst here, but then from sort of July last year, they're flat. They haven't really got more traffic at all. If anything, it's dropped down a bit. So they really need to get a hustle on with that link building program. All right, Idealo. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's the sort of crap that you want to show the board or the directors or your boss. Look at that. So they're really doing very well lately. Lots of organic traffic growth. Just Eat. All right, so pretty flat, but massive numbers. Yeah, 4 million. Geez, I'd be happy with that. But that's what you expect from them. They're the market leader in a very big niche. Dropped off a little bit, but still, once you reach the top, the SEO team is in charge not of trying to grow things a great deal more, because if you've cornered all of the top rankings, what else can you really do? Then their job is to make sure that traffic doesn't fall. It's fallen a little bit here, but there could be many reasons for that. It could be a seasonal thing, or anyway, so they're still doing a bang-up job, but definitely things have flattened out for them. All right, let's actually have a look at these backlinks and see what those backlink profiles look like. I'll start with Just Eat. Alright, so they've got so many links, but not only do they have a lot of links, they've got a lot of links that have a high domain rating. You want to get links from good sites. Quality, quantity, yeah, you want both of those, and they've got both of those things going on. Lots of quality links. Look at these names: The Guardian, BBC, Telegraph. These are the links you want. Tier 1 news, and they're not just linking to the home page. There's links that are going into these deep pages, okay? And you want that. Deep links achieve so many things. First of all, it sends a message to Google that this website is not just linking to the home page because they're recommending the site. They're actually linking to a specific page. They're recommending that exact content. So it's probably a marker that content is to be trusted. Also, deep links spread the link juice deep down into your site. Okay, if all the links come into your home page, the SEO team is responsible for then spreading that link juice down to the important pages. Sure, yeah, but if people are actually linking down to those important pages in the first place, well, that just makes life so much easier. All right, let's have a look. Actually, there's one more thing before I just skip off. All right, so I spotted this one. All right, so Romanelli's Italian food. This is an example of one of these restaurants that's linking to their restaurant page. But what's going on there? Yep, that page. Oh, I'd already put it in. This page is not there. It sends a 404 error. That's not good. That's not good at all. The link juice comes in and poof, it just goes because Google is seeing this 404 page and it's being told the page isn't even there, so it can't count the link juice on this page. It can't count the link juice that leaves this page and goes to other pages. I wouldn't do it like that. Okay, instead of having page not found here, I would have Romanelli's Italian food restaurant Milton is no longer with us. We were sad to see them go, but if you're after Italian food, why don't you try one of these restaurants? And then I'd have links to 5 nearby Italian restaurants, the 5 closest ones. What does that do? That tells Google we're still sort of about Romanelli's, yeah? So the link that was coming into Romanelli's, it's still going to a Romanelli's page. We're still all about Romanelli's. And then it also allows that link just not to get chucked away because it's not a 404 page, and the link just gets sent to these other Italian restaurants, which is really what I would like to do. I wouldn't do a 301 back to, say, the Italian restaurants page, so that when users came in, they were sent here, okay? Because Google is going to treat that probably like a soft 404, okay? And what does that mean? If you've got links coming into a page and that page is about ducks, and then you immediately tell your server to transfer them to a page about dogs, well, you lose the link juice because Google's like, nah, I don't believe that link was meant for this other page of content, so I'm just going to throw it away. So don't do a 301. Keep your page with the same title. Make sure you've still got some relevant content to that restaurant on the page, and send the link juice down to similar businesses. Now that applies to any directory, whether it's restaurants or video shops. Well, they're all closed now. Whatever your directory is. Alright, let's have a look at Idealo. Alright. Quick drink. It's the only thing that's going to be quick tonight, and this one's going to be long. Alright, so lots and lots of high quality links again. Look at those big links: The Guardian, The Telly, The Register, The Times. So, look, someone is working really, really hard contacting the big news agencies and saying, link to us, link to us, link to us. This is not happening by accident. I can see there's homepage links, there's deep links, so none of this happens by accident. All right, so really, really a lot of quality links. There's no links from providers because the providers, they're not actually working directly with Idealo. Okay, so there's the flip side of they've got no provider links from ancillary businesses, but since Google knows that those links aren't that genuine, they're not losing out on too much. So just a bunch of high quality links, and they're going deep into the website. So yeah, big tick to their link building program. Hometogo, look, we know that they haven't kicked off, so it's not really fair to look at them, but there are a few things here that I want to show you. First of all, the vast majority of the links go to the home page, okay? So that's kind of sending a message that, all right, so these websites are talking about these linking websites are talking about the website, but the content deeper down is not necessarily valued too highly as yet. It's not that well known. All right, so we have an infographic. Let's have a look at this infographic. Right, so infographics, what you do with an infographic is you build information that's useful to people, and then you contact other websites and say, hey, I've got this really good data. It'd be really useful for your website readers to see it. How about you write about my infographic and link to it? And that way you build links. Well, that's the concept anyway. All right, so looking at this. All right, so I'm thinking. All right, this is my hypothesis. I think someone in the SEO team at Hometogo said, "Hey, how about we do an infographic?" And their boss kind of rolled his eyes and went, "All right, you can do it. You got a really small budget, and we're only doing one. And if you don't get lots of links, we're not going to do any more." I don't know. That's what I'm guessing because I'm looking at this. And I don't think it's very good. You know, it's a little bit dodgy in terms of the design. Look at these. Yeah, the font's a bit small and it's all crunched up. There's not a lot of spacing. The colours, a bit yuck. We've got this really old style of ribbon in the back of the titles of the cities. Oh, that's not even lined up. So it's kind of a bit chucked together. Yeah, it's if I was the Times, if I was the Guardian, and someone asked me to link to this, I'd be like, nah, it's not good enough. I wouldn't do it. So. Yeah, I don't. If you're going to do an infographic, knock it out of the park. You know, go hard or go home to go. You've got to do a good one if you're going to get lots of good links. And if you've got a really good infographic, it's really easy to get good links because you can contact all the different media outlets around the world and go, hey, I've got something fantastic, and they will link to you. Also, an infographic should really only have links to your important pages. These are the important pages. These are the important pages that they're trying to get rankings for. Not all of these ones. Yeah. Why would we want to link to these pages? They are proper links. I better just check that. Maybe they're not proper links. No, they are proper links because they've just used some template from their blog or something. So these links shouldn't even be here. So quick recap. Do a good infographic. Don't do a shitty one. There's no point. If you do an infographic, you've got to contact thousands and thousands of websites asking for a link. Not 10 or 20 or 50, literally thousands. And yeah, make sure your link juice is funneled properly. All right, who else can we look at in the links department? Oh, we've done them all. Okay, let's move on to... All right, the crawling of the websites via Screaming Frog Spider. All right, only two metrics that I'm going to look at here, and that is the meta robots and the number of pages that have been indexed. Now, in indexing Hometogo, I expected hundreds of thousands of pages, but I only got a couple of thousand. I wasn't going to let it run for hundreds of thousands because that would just be rude, but I was surprised when it turned off at 2,000, and then I realised they are really hoarding their link juice on the important pages. Somehow they've decided to not let Google see their search pages or their detail pages, their hotel pages, because those pages won't have unique content on them. They've got the same description that all the other hotel websites have got, the same rates, the same information. So they've decided we're not even going to try and rank for the hotel pages. We're not going to let Google see them because the content's a bit iffy. Plus, we want to hoard the link juice on less pages and just try and rank for them. Yeah, it's really quite a smart strategy. I'm going to show you it in a moment. So, like, good job, good show. This is a bit of a worry. Okay, I recommend that you never use no index, no follow together. What that does is, when you link to a page with no index on it, Google decides, Google goes, oh, I'm not even going to look at this page. I'm just going to follow the links out. I'm going to send most of the link juice out through those links. But if you've got no follow on the page, Google then can't follow the link juice out. So it's like you've locked Google in on this page, and then said you can't read the page and you can't leave. So Google's not having a good time. The link juice isn't flowing back around the website. So just don't do it. Never use a no index and a no follow. So let's go and have a bit of a look at what they're doing because it's really quite funky. Alright, so Hometogo, the world's largest holiday search engine, maybe. Alright, So we compare 11 million offers worldwide over 250 holiday rental websites. That is massive. All right. Yep, there's their international locations. So they link out to this page. So their homepage is a big page. There's lots and lots of links on this page. So they're really spreading a lot of link juice from their homepage. That's certainly valid to do it like that. All right, let's find a page. Let's go to, well, let's go to London. So many links, I can't even find London. All right, we don't want London in there. London, all right, let's go to London. I'm going to London next week. Actually, probably the week after. All right, so this is their London page. Let's have a look at the content. So a bunch of apartments. Some great data about price and availability. The weather. So it's a really useful page. How to get there. Yep. I'm looking at this. I'm having a good time. And you know who else is having a good time? Google. And I'll show you why. These aren't links. They look like links. I put the mouse over them and you get a little hand, but they're not. What these are form filters. Okay, I'm just going to do an inspect and show you. Yep, it's an input. So instead of them throwing link juice down to these pages that they're not even trying to rank on, they're using a form. It's a submission. So Google probably doesn't follow it. Excuse me. Sometimes Google follows forms, but usually not. So no link juice lost down there. And then, even though they've got all these 21,000 properties in London, there's just the one page. There's no paginated group of pages. There's just this one page. And if you look at this, yeah, let's have a look at the inspect. Drum roll. That's a form submission too. So what Hometogo is doing is going, we're just going to have one London page about London accommodation. We're not going to have 100 pages with 10,000 hotels and accommodation providers. No. We're just going to have one super page and we're going to concentrate our link juice on that page. So like, hats off. If I had a hat on, I'll give them a clap. Look, the only thing that I'd worry about is, look, back in 2008, I think it was, Google decided that it wasn't going to let websites do PageRank sculpting with a no-follow on links. Now, the way that worked is you build a link. Well, this isn't a link, but you would put links on your page, and the ones that weren't important, you would put a no-follow tag on. And as a result, link juice didn't go down those links, and they spread around the other links. But Google went, no, we're not going to let that happen anymore. If you do it, we're just going to let the link juice evaporate. So that was kind of smashed on the head. It makes sense. Google's saying, send the link juice down the pages that you're actually showing to people, okay? Alright, so this is a way around that, but it's still kind of doing the same thing that Google said don't really want you to do it. So it's working for now, and I'd even use it, okay? But there's a chance that Google will shut this down. Google will say, look, we don't want you to funnel like this. This is the same thing as our no-follow, so we're just going to shut it down. And if I'd scaled a business based on a website doing this, and then I lost that ability, well, yeah, I'd be hyperventilating. So, look, that's all I'm going to say on it. Do it, don't do it. It's not a big risk. I think it's a very tiny risk, but I'd certainly be thinking about it. What my fallback strategy was if that tool was taken away. All right, so going to London. When am I going to go to London? I'm going to go to London between the 9th and the 12th. Right, so it's a little bit slow. I know I'm not talking about speed for SEO, but my user experience at the moment, yeah, we're still waiting. Alright, and over here they don't show prices. They are showing prices. They're showing prices of the top 6, are they? They are. Oh, that's new. That's really cool. Actually, I think they're doing that because I recommended it. I contacted them and said, oh, that's not so good, and now they're doing it. I wonder if I scroll down, if it shows more prices. Show more. It does. Oh, that's really good, guys. Okay, so that's really good. Before, they just showed blue dots, which was just useless. You had to mouse over them to get the price, and it took a while to come up. Look, I still think it's a bit crowded. I'm not having the best time. I know that they're doing it so they can show, hey, we've got so many properties, but it's just a little bit too cluttered to me on this rather smallish map. All right, so I wouldn't bother to do it. If they zoomed in, sure, show more, but yeah, that's not so good. Also, I'm looking here, and I can't filter by price. I've got one here that's 83. Oh, I think Hometogo knows that I'm a bit cheap and that I might stay in a place like this. Budget conscious, not cheap, sorry. But the fact that I can't sort by price, I mean, I can filter by price, but I want to actually sort my results by price. So the user experience, yeah, it's a little bit not quite there, and they're competing against big sites that are really, really focused on the user experience. I think this is a bit of a mistake. Okay, let me talk to you about user experience and my philosophy on how it affects rankings. So I go to booking.com, yeah, and I have a great time there because I'm able to sort really well. It's super fast. I go to these detail pages with stacks and stacks of information, and I book a property. I'm probably going to go back there. Now, if 1,000 people do that and 800 end up going back, that sends a message to Google that this website is providing a good user experience. Now, if you go to another website and the user experience is not quite as good, and you don't come back, and other people don't go back, say out of 1,000, only 600 go back, Google knows. Okay, Google knows all. Google sees everything. And so Google goes, oh, user experience isn't quite as good here. I'm not going to value it more than this other site that's obviously got a better user experience because more people return. All right, so user experience, by any logic, must be a factor for Google in terms of their rankings. All right, where shall I go? Oh, that one looks nice. I'm going to go to this one. £345 a night. I fancy myself. All right, so travel station. Now, aren't they home away? I think actually a lot of the providers, a lot of them, many providers are actually the same provider. Home and Away, television show from Australia. Home Away owns all of these different companies, and it's all the same pricing. So look, I'm looking at this, and it's good enough. Okay, the page is nicely laid out. I've got enough information. It's not as good as Airbnb. It's not as good as Booking.com. So the user experience is down a bit. I know that Google's not indexing this page, okay, because Hometogo's got this page blocked using their robots text, okay, so it doesn't really, matter about the content being duplicate. Yeah, the content's not unique; it's all spat out through their affiliate API, so they're not going to lose points there. But the user experience, is Google recording user experience had on pages that are banned by robots? I think perhaps they are. Don't know who does. All right, let's go and book the property. All right, off we go. Drum roll. £345. Going to book this hotel. Oh, it's dropped. Now it's down to 304. Oh, what's going on? I'm a bit confused. Oh, my dates aren't even available. All right, so now I'm really not having a great time. Okay, so I'm going to come back here and I'll explain what's going on. Okay, so Hometogo is bringing in all of this hotel information from all of these different providers. Some of these providers are the same provider. Expedia, HomeAway, I think even Travel Station. There's quite a few. It's really just one pricing set. When I go to this page, yeah, it's probably the best deal. It's probably the cheapest deal. But why just show me the one price? If I'm really going to trust these guys that they're giving me the best price, I want to see all of these prices, or at least the 10 biggest prices, yeah, from Booking and Airbnb, whatever. I want to see the pricing in here for sure. I don't want you to just tell me this one's the best price. I'm not very trusting. I've got trust issues. And then, gee whiz, you better check the availability before I go to this other website, because now I've got here and I can't actually book it. Having a bad time. So look, okay. Now go back to the start where I said I'm a fanboy of all of these sites. I am. Hometogo have done something really amazing by aggregating all of these sites, and I think the website is a good website, but they've got a way to go yet before they're really smashing the user experience out of the park. Okay, their link juice funneling is fantastic. How they're dealing with their duplicate content is good. Links, yeah, well, they're yet to kick that off. But the user experience here, I think, is where they really have to do the work. And I'm expecting to see a lot of change here in the next few months. I know they've got a really solid tech team. So look, I'm not down on Hometogo, but yeah, look, there's quite a few things there that I would be doing better, doing differently. All right, Idealo. All right, let's have a look at what they're doing here. Look, I turned it off at 8,000. They've got thousands and thousands and thousands of pages that I could be indexing. All right, so they've got lots of no index tags. No index, no index, no index. All right, so they're not letting Google index lots of their pages. All right, so let's work out what's going on here. All right, so they don't let Google index home textiles. I'm thinking that, right, well look, I'm going to take a punt and say whoever's in charge of SEO, it works very, very closely with the performance marketing people, and they've got a list of all of the big terms from pay-per-click, and home textiles was probably one of them, and they've worked out that it doesn't convert very well. People don't search for it. Hardly anyone searches for it, and it doesn't convert to a sale very well. So they've gone, let's just not worry about home textiles. I'd say people probably search for textiles, not home textiles. Okay, so they've gone, let's no index that page. Let's not lose any link juice on that page. Then we've got TVs. People love TVs, cheap TVs. So we're going to let that page be indexed. No one's searching for shops. People are searching for the Canon EOS M6 with a silver body. Yeah. So we're going to let them index that one, let Google index that, and off we go. Right, whiskey, no index, okay, because people aren't searching on this website for cheap whiskey. Well, I would be. Right, but they're not searching for cheap whiskey, because if they want cheap whiskey, they're going to go down to the corner shop and get some, some $5 whiskey made in Japan. But if they're looking for cheap whiskey online, they're looking for cheap Johnny Walker Black Label 750 12-year-old or whatever they're after. They're after a specific brand, okay, that they can't get cheaply at the corner shop. So that's why Idealo are not bothering to waste any link juice on these pages. Let's check this out, shall we? Let's have a look for the alcohol page and check out. We've got an alcohol page. Nah, I didn't even get to it. Poop. All right, so because I didn't index the whole site. All right, let's go. All right, whiskey and whiskey. Let's just track it down. All right, so this is going to be my guess. So I'm going to go to the alcohol page. All right, so I'm guessing this is a page with a no index meta tag because they're not worrying about getting rankings for alcohol specifically. No index. All right, 1 from 1. Off we go. Then let's go to vodka. Okay, I'm thinking they're not trying to get rankings for vodka. Yeah, for cheap vodka or vodka. People aren't searching for that. That's not their customer base. So let's have a look. Yep. View page source. Give me a no index tag. Drum roll. Boom, no index. They're not bothering to get rankings for cheap vodka. All right. Oh, Grey Goose. Yep. Oh, we got from up to 750 euros or 444. I'm not sure how much I trust that that price spread, but let's just have a look at this page. Okay, so now all of this content is coming from other sites, so it's all duplicate, yeah, because it's all aggregated content. But the way that they are presenting it here, you're not to know that. I've got a price spread, I've got a price graph. Okay, so all of this is duplicate content, but it doesn't appear on a site together like this, presented in such a way that it's so useful. I can see all of these different sites. I can see, the trust level at these different places and with these particular providers. Alright, so the end purchase is not made on the Idealo site, it's made at eBay or Amazon or whatever, so they can't actually get reviews from customers. So they're putting reviews for this actual vodka as it's been reviewed by an alcohol site. So that's useful to me too. So that's fantastic. So I'm looking at this going, they are trying to rank for this page for Grey Goose. Buy Grey Goose. They've even buy Grey Goose 40% from. So they've got the buy word in, which is important. Grey Goose. Jeez, I'm having trouble with my my diction at the moment. All right, let's have a look. We're going for not seeing a no index tag. We want to see index. That's my bet. Can't see one. Let's do a search. No index. There's not one there. All right, I'm 3 from 3. They are trying to get rankings for this page. All right, going to leave Idealo then. Go and have a look at something else. Actually, while I'm here, boy's been pretty good. He's been asking for this video game. Maybe I'll play it with him as well. It's a hard life being a dad. Halo 5, Guardians, Xbox One. Alright. Alright, hello. What's going on here? We've got a description. Manufacturer description. No, it's not. No, it's not. This one's written. Alright. Okay, I'm going to take another punt here that someone from business intelligence or someone who's really going over the numbers from the pages that get the most traffic and the pages that convert the most and what people are looking for have decided that Halo 5 Guardians Xbox One is a very important product and it is deserving of its own unique in-house written description. This is not the manufacturer's description. This has been written by one of the editorial team at Idealo. And it's a pretty good description, isn't it? Look at that. They're getting the keywords in. First-person shooter, devastating attacks, Master Chief, single player versus multiplayer. Yep, so it's really quite well written. They've probably just copied someone else's that's quite well written, or I don't think they're actually a gamer who wrote it, but it's still really good. Oh, and again, they're publishing these reviews from these other sites that actually review this game. So it's a 3.5 out of 5 from PC Mag. BitTech says it's an 85 out of 100. That's pretty good. Definitely going to have to buy that for my son, I'd reckon. From Amazon. Delivery within 1 or 2 days. All right, let's have a look at something else. Just Eat. All right, so look, I had a bit of trouble crawling this site because they've got crawling intrusion blocking software. I was only going to crawl a few thousand pages. I wasn't going to smash the server, but I only actually got up to a few hundred, or 1,000, but 243 of pages that count. So I didn't get a lot of data other than I can see that they do have a bit of no index going on. Okay, so what's that all about? So let's open that up. All right. This is a sitemap page which has got no results on it. So I'm thinking, why do that? It must be in their sitemap somewhere. Let's go to the home page. All right, the home page. Well, look, I'll talk you through this. First of all, this is a fantastic home page. Okay, it's fantastic because it doesn't have a lot on the home page. Okay, it's just got this search. This is what they want you to use. They don't want you to go click on a restaurant or click on the sitemap. They want you to do a search. So that's the main thing on the page. Then you come down to the sitemap pages here, which take you to, let's go to Birmingham. All right. Oh, and they're actually trying to get rankings for postcodes within. Right. So they're not just trying to get rankings for Bordersley Green. They're trying to get rankings for Bordersley Green B9 postcode. That's pretty intense. Alright, so oh, look at that. Okay, I'll come back to that. Okay, so they've got no content for this. So instead of not putting it in the sitemap, they're leaving it in the sitemap. Okay, it's still on this page. It's still on here, yeah? But when you get to it, it's a no index, and they spread the link juice. I would just remove it from here. There's no point in it being there. You could have it so that they could still people could still enter their postcode here, get taken to the page, okay, and you could say, oh, we don't really have anything. There doesn't seem any point in having in your sitemap links to empty pages. I wouldn't be doing that. You do lose a little bit of link juice on no index pages, not a lot, but why lose any? Okay, going back to here, yeah, little bit of a drop off. So sometimes it's worthwhile looking after the little things as well as the big things. Alright, what else can I show you? Let's have a look at a restaurant, shall we? Let's go to B4 Birmingham. Alright, I just noticed this. Okay, I'm in B4 Birmingham. See the breadcrumbs? Okay, it doesn't go back to the page before, because this page, okay, this is really just a sitemap page. Alright, so when they're not trying to send link juice to this page, they're trying to send it to the suburb pages, because people in the UK are more likely to search on their postcode than just Birmingham. They're trying to get rankings for all of these pages, not necessarily so much for just this Birmingham page. So when you go here, there's no link juice. When you click on one of these sub-locations, the parent location doesn't appear in the breadcrumbs because they don't want link juice to go back to it. So that's really, really cool. Alright, let's have a look at Popeye's fried chicken. Don't mind a bit of Popeye's fried chicken. Alright, so what's going on here? Okay, so what are we looking for? We're looking for how are they dealing with their duplicate content, because all of these restaurants are going to have the same description everywhere. Alright, welcome to Popeye's Chicken. I'm going to take a guess and go, that is a custom description. I'm just going to search for it. See if it's a custom description. What I'm thinking is happening is that Just Eat write their own bespoke description for every one of their providers so they can say they've got unique content. And sure enough, they do. It is not taken from the About Us page, and it doesn't appear on other websites. So there you go. That's one of the ways that they're working on not getting duplicate content penalties or filters from Google. They're creating their own descriptions. What else? So we've got an info page, we've got a reviews page, and we've got a menu page. Yeah, look, I wouldn't do that. I would get rid of the info page completely, and I would put the info at the bottom of the menu page. Why? Look, people are going to search for Popeye's fried chicken Bordersley menu. They might search for Popeye's fried chicken Bordersley green reviews, but they're not going to search for info. So I don't need to have an info page as well as these two other pages. And if I've got 2 pages for this particular business instead of 3, well then that means I've got less pages that I have to spread my link juice around, okay? It's not a big deal, but it is something of a deal. And going back to getting a bit flat here, getting a bit negative, you want to take care of these small things. So I would be doing that. I would make that a 2-page layout, not a 3-page layout for every restaurant. Look, I am running out of words, so I'm gonna end it there. I'll end it there with a few summaries, with a summary. Okay, so what's important from all of this? Have great content. Make sure it's unique. For your most important pages, you've got to write the content yourself. If you have too many pages where the content is not unique, you should hide them from Google. Don't show them to Google. You're not going to have a good time. You can page rank sculpt with forms for now. I'd be a little bit worried that door is going to be shut down in the future, and yeah, relying on that, well, that's a bit scary for me. No index. You use no index to remove thin content penalties. It doesn't remove a poor user experience filter. How do I explain this? Say you've got a directory with 10,000 pages, yeah, of which only 2 of them have got listings on, and then you show people an empty page saying, sorry, we've got nothing on this page. Try back later or try another page. It doesn't matter if you put a no index on that. That stops the page being indexed. It doesn't stop the user having a bad user experience, leaving, never coming back, which Google knows, okay? So no index is only to remove thin content penalties, to do a bit of page rank sculpting, but it won't help you with poor user experience. Alright, some page rank is still lost on no index pages, but not very much, okay? Don't think you don't lose any, you lose a little bit. So if you've got links to empty Empty pages in your sitemap that you're no indexing, you're better off taking them out. Don't leave them in there. There's no reason to ever put a no follow and a no index meta tag together. Literally no reason. If you've got lots of pages, you need bundles and oodles of links. Okay, you can't just go, oh, let's write more content. We're going to target more keywords. The link juice that you've got will then be diluted across more pages. So as you add more content, don't forget you've got to add more links. If you want tier 1 links, get serious about it. Your infographics have got to be top shelf, really well done. You've got to have a real strategy with contacting those newspapers. How are you going to get the links from them? How are you going to get the links from the big websites whose links are important? A little itty bitty, just chuck it together infographic is just not good enough. Don't throw your link juice away. Those links that are coming into pages that now aren't important to you anymore, you can't get rid of the page. Make sure that you've got a good holding page that still helps people out. Yep. Is about the topic that they were coming in for. Yep. And then make sure you funnel the link juice to your similar pages. Okay, you've got to drive the page rank to your important pages. That's super important. I love the way Just Eat was doing that with their sitemap, yeah? Not having a link to the unimportant pages in their breadcrumbs. And the way Hometogo is doing their page rank sculpting is it's so fantastic. Scary, but just really, really good. And user experience, it's really important. You can do all the link building in the world. You can do all of the great content writing in the world. If you put a website together that doesn't give people a good user experience and they nick off quick smart and they're not doing that from your competitor site, Google knows. Google knows. So you've got to get your user experience down. I'm going to leave it there because I'm running out of spit and it's 9:30 on a Saturday night. I don't know what that says about me. I'm going out now to have fun, not just sit at home studying SEO techniques used by websites. Maybe. Yeah, this video will now end. I hope it's proved useful. If you've got any questions, write them in the comments and I'll probably get back to you. Bye for now.